Yah, Yahweh, Ha, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect and 1/3 who still pushing this truth and sincerity. Alright, I'm gonna make this video short. This is Leviticus 11 verse 7. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof, and he be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Okay? I should start at the top. But yeah, you're not supposed to eat pork, alright? If you don't eat cat and dog, then you shouldn't be eating pork. Because pigs are the filthiest animals on the planet Earth, okay? They're the most, they was meant to clean the earth, okay? That's what God created them for. Just like lobsters and crabs and shrimp, bottom feeders of the earth, okay? They were meant to clean the earth, to clean out the feces, to eat the feces and clean the seas, okay? So I'm gonna get, this is Deuteronomy. I'm gonna go back. Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 14, verse 8. Okay. Or I'll start at I'm gonna start at 4. Alright. These are the beasts which you shall eat: the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the hart, and the roebuck, and the fallow deer, and the wild goat, and the pygarg, and the wild ox, and the camels, which I don't know what those are, but I don't even know what a pygarg is neither. But these are the animals we're supposed to eat. Okay, verse 6. And every beast that parteth the hoof and cleaveth the cliff into 2 claws, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall you eat. Okay, as mentioned above. Okay, nevertheless, these you shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divideth the hoof, as a camel and a hare. Okay, a camel, he eateth, I believe he eateth the, is he cloven hoofed? You're not supposed to eat a camel though. Okay, you're not supposed to eat a hare, which I think is in the rabbit family, like bunnies and rabbits. Because when they tread in the grass, they collect a lot of feces and disease and germs through their feet. All right, because they have no hoof. Okay, and a camel you're supposed to eat because he eats everything. I believe so. But divideth not the hoof, therefore they are unclean unto you. Okay. So you're not supposed to eat. Yeah. So you're not supposed to eat camel to here. Pretty much you're not supposed to eat the unclean animals. Okay. And I'm gonna go on to verse 8. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you. You shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch the dead carcass. You touch a pig, foamy pus comes out of a pig when you touch it, because it has no sweat glands. Okay, so that means it's extremely toxic and filthy. Even if you touch a dead pig, it's disgusting. It's toxic and it's filthy. Okay, and they're plagued with a bunch of parasites, and the parasites will get into your bloodstream and get into your system, and that's how people get sick. Okay, they get high blood pressure or excess inflammation. Okay, because of the parasites that enters into the bloodstream when they eat this meat. So you're not supposed to eat these unlawful animals. All right, unlawful meats. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. See what happens is when people eat swine, eat filthy animals, shrimp, lobster, and crab, and so on. It changes their spirit and their continence. Okay, you know the saying, "You are what you eat." That's a fact. Okay, let me get Isaiah 65 and 4. I'm gonna start at 3. Or I'll start at 2. I have spread out my hands all the day into a rebellious people which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts, a people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in the gardens and burneth incense upon the altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels. Okay, so it angers the Lord when our people eat abominable meats. Okay, all right. So yeah, you can see the Lord is wrath when he sees our people going off and doing committing the act, eating abominable meats, eating swine. Because what happens is, like I said, it changes your continence, and you become demonic. All right, and I know people eat swine, and they have demons on them. They act demonic. You know, or they have what they call multiple personality disorder. One minute they're nice and the next they're mean. It might have something to do with the parasites crawling into their brain, if it causing a chemical reaction in their brain. Okay, there was a video on YouTube. You can look it up, but they was doing surgery on this man, and they was pulling out pounds of parasites out of this man's skull because he had a whole bunch of parasites, and they were doing surgery on him. They was removing parasites, giant tapeworms out of his head. All right, and that's part of people not being right in the spirit. Let me see. This is Isaiah 60, 17, I believe. No, it's Isaiah 66, 17. All right. This is Isaiah 66 and 17. See, that's the spirit too, because in the chapter 66, spiritually representing 2/3 of our people. 6:6. But I'm gonna go ahead and read it. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind a tree, in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination of the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Okay? Hey man, we try to tell you people not to eat Chinese food because they be putting rat and mice meat. They be mixing rat and mice meat. Um, you know, they be cooking and cooking it and portraying it as chicken or some other type of meat. So if you're eating Chinese food, you're more than likely you're eating all kinds of abominable animals.